Hello everyone, Drakoviche here, and today we're playing the Outer Worlds 2, and let's see what quest we were doing. Return to Ruth and give her the news that the archive's back under the Order's control. Okay. Yeah, we just got the archive fixed, which is a massive quest. It took a long time to set it up.
Agent, just the individual I had designated this time to converse with.
Sounds like those chemicals worked.
As should be self-evident, I have dispensed with the slavish whims of the body. My mind is clearer than it has ever been, and I have you to thank.
You're welcome. I'm glad everything worked out the way you hoped it
Of
would.
course, the chances of a negative outcome were always negligible. But now, congratulations are in order. I just received word from Seer Amaryllis that the Calcaduceus has been returned, and that the archive is under our control again. She also mentioned a regrettable defect in its priority set that you were able to correct. Well done. Your role in this matter is complete. Auntie and I will handle it from here, but allow me to commend you again on your fruitful efforts to make this peace treaty possible.
Level 30, I got all my money back, 80,000.
There is more good news as well. We studied the data you brought back from the crashed satellite, and we now have a way to reorient the satellites en masse from a protectorate installation, Oris Listening Post. Turning the entirety of the reticulum toward deep space will accelerate our understanding of the universe, and ideally lead us to stronger conclusions regarding how to stop the rifts. The Order, in partnership with Auntie's Choice, is now well positioned to triumph over the regressive forces of ignorance that have heretofore held Arcadia in stasis, all thanks to you.
Oh, shucks.
Your contributions have been many and varied, and I will not belabor the point by recounting them all here. But know this: when the final contest with the Protectorate takes place, wherever that may occur, you will not only have the support of Auntie's Choice and the Order. I will stand with you, personally. Were I still shackled to ego, I might have succumbed to some instinct for self-preservation. But my presence improves the odds of our success, and so there is no other decision to be made.
I got 2 perks, okay. You gain bonus damage for moderate duration after swapping weapons. %50 magazines too. Sick. Now what's gonna happen? I should buy some stuff. Hold on. We just did a lot.
All stock is certified field ready by myself. Of course you will.
I got a lot of money now. I should look for a really good gun. One. Let's take a look, see. Let's take a look at the tier list. What's the Oracle? Ranked, right? We already had that sentence. Apparently this is pretty good. I do so much more damage though with these. Like, look at that. 464. We want to unlock a better place to buy stuff. So let's keep going. Hello, my name is Markiplier, and welcome to the Dark Tube. What's up, the demon? Thought just fast travel there was easier. They drew out all the enemies in the game, kind of like Darwin in Scientific Journal. Bowserker. Gun never has to reload and accepts all types of bullets that the player has. That's pretty cool.
To discuss a priority matter. A significant anomaly has been detected by onboard sensors. This unit has cross-checked all data points and verified the findings. Horizon Point Station has reappeared.
Figures matter never ceases to exist, even if its perceived form has.
Providing intellectual validation to this unit's queue. Priority low, based on energy readings. Horizon Point has been reconstituted by the Protectorate's large-scale rift modulator, thus confirming the Archive's theory. While present data does not indicate if Horizon Point poses an immediate threat, a survey of the reconstituted station is advised as soon as possible.
Last thing we need is another rift destabilizing Arcadia.
Calculating. According to the Archive, closing all rifts requires locating the Protectorate's large-scale rift modulator and inputting the rift data processed by the Archive. However, before navigating to Horizon Point Station, it is recommended you conclude all other affairs. Leaving will be highly unlikely due to the high levels of rift energy.
Sounds like it's got potential to be a one-way
That
trip.
is a correct assessment, Commander. Transitioning to Good News Protocol. As this unit was corroborating data on the anomaly, a message was also received from your allies, Commander. Auntie's Choice and the Order have sent word that their forces will be prepared to render you assistance once you navigate to Horizon Point.
Good news indeed.
Briefing complete. Now returning to situation monitoring and data analysis, Commander.
You know what? We almost got this game beat, I think. And I never went to Free Market Station and worked for these guys, Sub Rosa. So let's go do that.
If it inflicts grievous... Hey, you smell browse all you like. Everything I've got is fine too. I'm glad you asked. Weapon is an all-encompassing term. A rock can be a weapon, or a stick, or a particularly agitated sprat if you have thick enough gloves. But what I sell here, I wouldn't dare lump them in with mere weapons. These are finely tuned instruments of personnel elimination.
Finely tuned is good. Last thing I need is a malfunction in the middle of a car.
You have my guarantee. My equipment for annihilating one's foes will never fail on you. Full disclosure, my guarantee is not guaranteed. Feel free to go on a...
Shotguns.
Blades, bludgeons, bombs, blunderbusses.
Like, the damage on this thing's insane. Oh, I already had one.
We've got it all, except that last one.
Oops.
Cursory glance couldn't hurt. Yep, have this off in no time. Shut up!
My contraptions don't explode no more. Hello once more. I guarantee you some... Be happy to...
Oh my god, they're so expensive.
Anybody even listening to this? Let me sell you stuff.
Stimulants. You've timed your. If you've wounds that needs. Depends. Can you? Is there something else I can? Medicament.
That's a nice one.
If
Owner
you
of the
too
Ascended
pay,
Giga.
you know
That's
who
hilarious.
to visit. If you lost it, I'm selling it.
It's like a dinosaur, isn't it? Yeah, this one's got everything already. How come I can't add it to this? Now, where's my shock? Gee, this thing's way better. Someone I gotta work for down here.
Nothing tastes right here. It's all so sweet, right?
I got pretty much everything done. Let's go do this quest, see what happens.
Nobody except us seems to notice.
Any friend of the libations or information? What's your poison? Always. For example, there's some kind of hoity-toity collector type parked upstairs. Supposedly, she's willing to sell some of her collect. Aside from irritating me, he may stay so long as he doesn't cause real strife. But that's it. Lots of folks in Sub Rosa have friends and family elsewhere. If their identities somehow got out...
I'm gonna go upstairs and talk to his collector.
Another challenger approaches. None have defeated my collections, and none shall. But I do so delight in a competition. No one wanders into Fiona F. Walker. If you are here, we are... But I sense your reluctance. Very well. Defeat my collection, and I'll grant you the chance to My curios are myriad, unique, and powerful. I take you for an adventuring sort, and if that's... Cards, my dear, of the tossball and pitchball variety. I must see if your collection bests my own. Sporting! That's an impressive number of cards, my friend, but not... Wait a moment. No. Your cards. You have multiple that I do not. Your collection has defeated me. Though
I see what you have
this
to say on
defeat
that.
leaves the taste of dirt and blood in my mouth, I am not dishonorable. I present to you my other collected wares. I have no doubt they shall impress.
I gotta save it in case I steal it, so fuck everything. Spectrum Dance Saver.
Greetings again. You may have defeated me last time, but I shall rise from the ashes someday. In the meantime, you're welcome to browse my collection. Behold!
Pitch ball machine. Whoa, 2,000 bits to continue if you die with the sound, and it gives me magazine size. And there's a pitch ball. What's the other one I have on? Yeah, put this on. Sick. Whoa, turns everything digital? That's actually so cool. That's pretty cool. I guess we're going to the end. Yeah.
It appears Horizon Point Station is still in the process of being reconstituted. The rift itself is also more unstable than ever. As a result, landing closer to the location of the Protectorate's large-scale rift anomaly modulator is not possible. In order to modify it with the rift data you processed in the archive, you will need to travel to its location on foot and seize it from Protectorate control.
Where does this leave our allies?
The Order and Auntie's Choice have sent their forces, as promised, but they will need to find their own landing zones. You may be without assistance as you navigate the station.
Who's responsible for
The
this?
energy readings from the modulator can be traced to the Sovereign's flagship, Providence, hovering on the far side of the station, hypothesizing. Given Protectorate hierarchy and the recent announcement about the Sovereign's mental refreshment, this is likely the Consul's doing. He will need to be stopped.
A would-be tyrant doing something tyrannical. Who could have seen this coming?
He's intimidating his people into doing his bidding. No way they see sense in this.
Intimidation is not required. Protectorate subjects are not programmed to question authority. Warning. The rift is growing dangerously unstable. Using the rift modulator on board the Providence is the only way to prevent certain destruction of the colony.
I can foresee a few likely instances where you could use my skills and experience. including snapping DeVries' neck in a picosecond if she steps out of line.
Once the modulator is secured, it may be used to close the rift and save Arcadia and all those in its orbit. There is minimal room for error, Commander. Good luck.
No.
I gotta level up Marisol too. Since I hit level 30, they should be able to level up again. Or get upgraded, whatever.
This place is a nightmare beyond the most fevered delusion. And those soldiers, they do not look right. The console stands at the controls of the Sovereign's own flagship. How my blood boils.
It is our mandate. It is who we are.
That's why I brought you, Tristan. We need to kidnap Flower. You have been data corrupted. Data corrupted. Remember, your ability to complete your duties is reflected on your file of purpose.
We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate.
Blah, 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 blah.
But none of us can do it alone. Remember, we're all in this.
I gotta sell some stuff. Iranium auto mech suit. I forgot about this thing.
The skip drive.
Is this what happens when someone clings too tightly to the past?
It is who we are, and it falls to you, the eyes, the ears, the brains of Horizon Point Station, to determine who introduced the flaw into our perfect skip drive manufacturing process. We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate, but none of us can do it alone. Remember, we're all in this together. The skip drive is our legacy. It is our mandate. It is who we are. And it falls to you, the eyes, the ears, the brains of Horizon Point Station, to determine who introduced the flaw into our perfect skip drive manufacturing process. We must all fulfill our duty.
How am I supposed to get up there?
Locking them down. Torpification and...
Judgment!
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
They envy our prosperity.
Activating energy transmitter. Standing by to stupefy. Combatant scan.
This gun does so much damage.
To determine who introduced the flaw into our...
Your fight!
Status currently prostrate.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
N-ray exposure undermining functioning. N-ray exposure undermining functioning.
The plan isn't always subtle with its warnings, is it now?
I guess we gotta go this way. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Without the rift modulator, I doubt we'd make much progress here.
Attention! This is your anti-calling. Per our agreement, Anti's choice support ships, including the fine print, the contingency plan, and the upper hand, are headed your way. Order forces are on a similar trajectory.
You persuaded the leaders of 2 warring groups to help us here today. Good work. Never could have done it myself. And I once thought I could solve anything.
I don't know how you're supposed to fix that.
You must keep your blood within, Commander.
I should have brought the robot. Robot can heal me.
Who's there? Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Allocating explosive! Adversary.
Oh.
And
On the authority of the sovereign! Seems Val was correct. There's your traitor ship. Let us hope we have not granted her a second chance to stab us in the back.
This is Augustine DeVries, formerly of the Earth Directorate. Consider this a recording for posterity. The Consul of the Protectorate is responsible for the twisted wreckage of this station. It is my hope that whatever you find here will save the rest of the galaxy from this fate. Know that I did my level best to stop him. But if you are listening, it is likely I have failed in my mission. Yet again. And for that, I am sorry.
This way, maybe?
Walked here.
Hostile now.
combatant scan.
Our commander hangs from a thread.
Energy transmitter active.
That covers what looks much better.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Pouring foul.
Taking the fight out of them. Mitigating the threat. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
At your war, your charge.
These guys are tough.
I have a fix on their weaknesses. Check your scope for complete.
Medics and pharmaceutical provisions incoming. And we're right behind them with a delivery of Auntie's Choice finest supplies. Soon you'll say, that is...
Forward! Forward! Destroy these abominations! Adjusting calculations. Hold fire on our allies.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Oh, shit. I was killing Auntie's Choice. Hopefully I don't go too far back.
This is Augustine DeVries, formerly of the Earth Directorate. Consider this a recording for posterity. The console of the Protectorate is responsible for the twisted wreckage of this station. It is my hope that whatever you find here will save the rest of the galaxy from this fate. Know that I did my level best to stop him. But if you are listening, it is likely I have failed in my mission. Yet again. And for that, I am sorry.
Walked here, walked there.
Fortificator at ready.
I've eyes.
Energy transmitter active. Target analyzed. Lay down. Apologies. No target, no attack.
Seeking cover!
Locking them down. Mitigating the threat. Combatant scan. Energy transmitter deployed for battlefield recharging.
I am primed to punish.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
I shall not stay your execution.
I have a fix on their weaknesses. Torpification in progress. They're benumbed. Transmitter down over here. Escape your weapon.
Medics and pharmaceutical provisions incoming. And we're right behind them with a delivery of Auntie's Choice finest supplies. Soon you'll say, that is better than nature.
Forward! Forward! Destroy these abominations! Adjusting calculations. Hold fire on our allies.
None shall stand against us!
To battle!
N-ray. Exposure. Undermining. Functioning.
There they are. Mediating. You must keep your blood within, Commander.
Standing by to stupefy.
You must keep your blood within you, Commander.
Current cover position deemed inadequate. Anomalous variable.
Check your scope.
And now he fires.
N-ray. Exposure. Undermining. Functioning.
Fact-finding commences.
Be mindful of where you step. Chasms are everywhere.
In all my research, I've never observed anything like this.
Those people,
humbling.
Did they just...
I'm not sure
Why
what they're
did you
weak
make me
against.
do this? Why?
By the Architect, is there another sane person in this horrible place? They sound distressed. We must rescue them.
Get away from me. See them? They were my teammates and they didn't listen neither. You'll end up just the same.
Agent Pascal, calm yourself. You are not in your right mind.
Don't you talk to me like you know me. Wait. Commander? Is that you? No. No, this must be some kind of trick. Oh, what's happening to me?
Take a deep breath. You're looking peaky. What symptoms are you experiencing right now?
My skin. It's burning. I feel dizzy. Not right at all. Something was wrong with Sandoval and Jepsen. They glowed like they were aflame. They ran in, jumped at me, clawed at me. Oh, I had to kill them.
Then they weren't too dissimilar from the troopers we encountered outside. This is concerning.
How do I know you won't turn against me as well? How do I know you won't come at me with murder in your eyes?
You know me, Helen. I'd never hurt one of my crew.
I swear, by the grand plan and all things numerological, what the commander says is true.
You do seem like yourself, Commander. Can you tell me what's happening? I can't make much sense of things myself. Everything was fine. Till the explosion. I was pinned. Fire closed in. I tried to move. I tried to find the rookie. Then the whole station shook and tore apart. And then... nothing.
That explains it. She was left alive, just long enough for the rift to take her. That's why the reconstitution worked on her. To some extent.
Wait. There was something else. Sandoval was yelling. DeVries wasn't responding to comms. What happened? Don't tell me the situation got too fluid for you, DeVries. That it?
Certainly not. I was focused on the objective, as every one of your crew should have been. Isn't that right, Commander?
Yeah. Something tells me that ain't quite true.
Never mind that. The Rift had done something to you.
That's right. We were here to investigate rifts. So why is there one in the sky? Why is everything destroyed? What's happening to me? And Sandoval? Jepsen?
The Protectorate are attempting to reconstitute the station to how it was moments before destruction. That includes you. But it's failing. I'm sorry.
So I've come back from death to some warped version of life? All because of some twisted experiment? Is that about right? You can help me though. Right, Commander? You can do something to fix this.
I'm sorry, Helen, but I can't.
Boyd. This is it, ain't it? I'll never see the sun again. Never fly in our ship. Never anything.
I swear to you, I'll stop them from doing this to anyone else.
That's good. Suppose I can take some comfort in that, you know? The sky ain't looking quite so terrifying now. Since I know you'll put it right, think I'll watch it for a while.
When we close the rift, it'll be a spectacular sight.
Yeah. Last show I'll ever watch. Worse ways to go out, I think.
Pascal? Helen? I can stay with you for a moment, if you'd like. Might help.
Yeah. All right. I ain't turning down company if I'm at the end of the line. Goodbye then, Commander. Maybe we'll meet again in the void.
It's all right. This will be over soon. I swear it.
This place is pretty voidy.
Law! These soldiers look even more hideous than our grafting experiments.
For your support.
You've gained rift residue.
You with Auntie?
Hold clear.
Or residuals.
You may approach, Commander. We've got supplies at the ready.
Initial observations conclude just as I predicted. You appear to have suffered some trauma. Sometimes my own accuracy troubles me, so any treatments or supplies you may require are complimentary at the request of our presiding bishop.
What a coincidence, I could use some
Very well.
healing.
You should notice an improvement to your constitution imminently. May the numbers guide you. Initial observations conclude that the subject does not possess major ailments.
Step up and take a gander. I've got armor in all shapes and sizes. Such a moment calls for a once-in-a-lifetime deal, wouldn't you say? Go on, remember
Thank
us
you,
in
I'll
the...
take a look.
Greetings. In what particular way are you afflicted? Step right up. I say usually because Auntie had no catch. Well, it's all technical. Oh, tell me, do you feel as terrible as... Go ahead and take any supplies you'll need. Greetings. In what particular way are you afflicted?
Initial observations conclude that the subject does not possess major ailments.
Are you in need of any? We are most grateful for your role in
Supplies and medical attention are available to you, Commander. Please, proceed.
Could use an auto dock, but keep going.
The Providence is much too close for safety, and that rover it has dispensed. I do not like what this might imply. Commander.
Driving on! Adversary taking the fight out of them. Mitten. Combatant scared. Stun weapon ready, Commander. Target. No combatant on my scopes.
Access out of mechanical controls. Oh, I can't do it. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. open is to get there? Okay. Over the bridge.
Those reconstituted mechs still function. How inconvenient.
Yeah, I couldn't hack them.
That...
Taking punitive action!
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
I sense scum and close.
Energy transmitter active.
N-ray. Exposure. Undermining. Functioning.
Locking them down. Torpification in... Well, despite the low probability of such an occurrence, a rift and a plasma hazard are directly blocking our path to the Sovereign's ship.
If we gallivant about, we might find a solution to this problem. Or at least a path less likely to have us torn asunder.
This is Scientist Bernard Rand, sent to Horizon Point Station by order of the Consul. While monitoring the reconstitution, I picked up strange readings in the old skip lab. The core appears to be pulling plasma tightly around it, not unlike a planet and its moons. Fascinating, though it thwarts my attempts to gather more data. Fortuitously, in searching the remains of the lab, I found an equation that could manipulate the core just enough to clear the chamber. And my way to professional acclaim. Let this be a record of Protectorate ingenuity. Bernard Rand, the man who marched fearlessly into chaos and tamed it.
Somehow, I expect Rand's theories evaporated when put into practice. Much like Rand himself. Perhaps we can still utilize his calculations.
Utilize his calculator. Okay.
It would appear we face down a more fearsome foe than ever before. Pure mathematics.
Dirty bourbon.
This is very curious. Some of the science eludes me, but this equation, although incomplete, clearly has to do with the rift in the other room. What do you think, Commander?
Prosecuting! Viscerally!
Who's that? Enemy operative.
This must be the Sovereign's office. Worth a search for the plagiarism. How shameful. Yet not entirely unexpected.
Something else in here I'm supposed to do?
Soon the Consul will answer for his many, many crimes. I have looked forward to this for a long, long time.
Weird. I'm stuck or what? Of course. Hold on a sec. could figure out a way.
No. This must be the Sovereign's office. Worth a search for the equation, even if the place looks like an adult playpen.
Board in my office.
Plagiarism. How shameful. Yet not entirely unexpected.
I should have expected that my sovereign would have solved such a complex equation himself. What a brilliant mind. Let us return to the Rift Terminal so we might continue on our way. The Sovereign's own private lab. I cannot believe how unscathed it all remains. Is it too much to hope it would remain this way?
Solve the equation.
Another obstacle on our path overcome. Good work.
Take a look at these readings. This isn't congruent with our observations in the laboratory. Our projections are off by orders of magnitude.
Sovereign, save us. Montserrat's hypothesis was correct all along.
Lethal measures at the ready, Commander. Your vitals look grim.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Apologies. No target, no attack. Locking them down. Torpification in progress. Combatant scan. Taking the fight out of them. Check your scopes for combatant We take that rover. All we need to do next is infiltrate the Sovereign's ship, stop the console, and obtain the rift modulator. So, typical day on the job from here.
Attention, please report to intake for processing. Welcome aboard.
Detected. We best unseal the hangar to continue our ingress.
Another one of these guys.
Attention, crew deck. Intruder alert. Be vigilant.
Okay, hold on. Before we do this. Wait a bit.
Never hurts to give the enemy more targets to shoot at, I suppose. Go for torpification.
Oh, he goes for that.
I see functioning selflessly.
I have a fix on their weaknesses. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
I shall reduce them to a slurry.
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Now that you have finished showing extreme prejudice to our enemies, come, let us coordinate. In spite of your success thus far, the hard work is not yet finished. You still need to seize the rift modulator and end the console's machinations, by force if necessary. Both the modulator and the conductor of this ill-conceived plot are on the decks above us. However, there are security protocols you will need to bypass in order to access them.
What kind of security protocol?
Each deck has its own restrictions, and the lift can only be operated with access credentials, such as a pass card. But these are limited to certain personnel, so it may be difficult to locate one. An alternate route through the engine room is viable, but there is a high likelihood that you will encounter automechanical defenses. Much on this ship, it seems, is not for the eyes of the rank and file.
I'm glad you're here, but don't tell me these are the only troopers you brought.
Oh, two of the strongest individuals in Arcadia aren't enough for you? Well, perhaps you need a quick bowl of purpleberry crunch for an added boost of moxie.
A precision strike team meets the requirements of this mission. Bringing any more troops would have been excessive. Indeed. I will hold position on this level to ensure you are not flanked by enemy reinforcements. Look for me once you have reached the uppermost level. We will regroup there.
Okay, so where are we going?
Anomalism! Hostile in proximity.
Energy transmitter active.
Breaking for cover!
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
If you experience spontaneous exsanguination after treatment, please return to this unit before you die of blood loss. How might this unit bolster or reduce your current blood volume? Request received. Please keep any. How might this unit note?
Where'd everybody go?
If you must replace lost equipment, please submit proof of punishment. Unit does not accept blood. Please make a request.
Show me your wares.
Displaying inventory.
Just what I needed.
This unit, please make a request. This ship is only for authorized Protectorate subjects. You are on this ship. Thus, if you are not a Protectorate subject, please, subjects are expected in case of enemy attack.
We could do this the hard way or the smart way. Either works for me.
I shall not.
Disruptive.
Transmitter down over here. I'm back in scan.
You're vital.
Standing.
Once again, down. Triangulating source of disturbance.
You must keep your blood within, Commander.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Contact established.
There be none. Mitigating the threat. Check your scopes for
Guidance. Focusing sensors. Narrowing sensor range. Focusing.
Activating
intensity.
energy transmitter.
Insurgent has disappeared. All rightly appreciated.
Prosecuting! Viscerally!
Attempting to give chase.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Each a vital cause. No sign of subversive. So visual scans.
That wasn't so difficult now, was it?
Attention.
We either find access credentials or stick to the shadows then. Both options are certainly more efficient than raucous hostilities.
If we choose to keep from arbitrating the local scientists, we may be able to gather information on where the console's modulator is stationed.
Did you not hear the intruder alert from the crew deck? This is a very poor time to be loitering somewhere you should not. You'd best present a very convincing reason for your presence, lest I order our automechs to smear you across the floor.
I have a theoretical degree in theoretical rift science, but if you don't need the help...
Wait! We need all the assistance we can get, and I'm sure your theoretical degree will aid us. Please forgive my hostility. Since you seem to be a new transfer, you'll want to speak with Chief Scientist Montserrat in the Rift Chamber. Here, I'll lend you my access credentials as proof of your authorization. Of course, the console's vision, it's my... Montserrat asserts that this is not...
Well, the modulator's certainly bigger than a bread box.
I received word that you were here. What exactly was it that you needed? I'm rather short on time, as a gander outside might tell you. Yeah, well, we all have urgent needs. And mine is to keep my lab and hopefully the rest of this system from falling apart. I need the modulator for my own analysis. You can wait.
At least answer this. The IRC had some troubling findings regarding raw data and rifts. Can you verify?
The IRC? I did not realize you were a colleague of sorts. We haven't shared much of our findings with your branch, I'm afraid. But our results do match. Raw data from whatever a rift engulfs is preserved, yes, but the essence of a thing is not. Like a sense of self, for example, is lost forever. Further, there is no proof that such data can be stabilized or even edited. The consul's plan is futile, completely. But he no longer listens to me, which is distressing. I've prepared a report for him showing how the very structure of the modulator makes what we're attempting impossible. But I doubt he will pay it much mind.
A report that contains information on constructing rift modulators,
yes,
you said?
But as I said, I fear the report won't do any good.
I can bring the report to the consul. He'll listen to me.
It's clear you aren't bound by the same rules as the rest of us somehow. If he won't hear me out, perhaps a third party will have more luck. Here, use this keycard on the module over there. It will allow you to download my report and grant you access to the control deck. I hope you're able to sway him, because if you don't, we're all dead.
Last question, where's the modulator being operated?
Up in the control room. The consul is the only one who has the means of controlling it, which makes your persuading him that much more necessary. go now.
Accessing report. Rift restoration analysis. Compiled by Chief Scientist Monserrate. Marked for delivery to Consul Thoreau.
Esteemed Consul, after much analysis, my conclusion is that the modulator we have worked tirelessly to build will not function as intended when used for reconstituting matter from rifts. Every test of reconstitution has resulted in demonstrable failure. Proceeding as we are now with Horizon Point Station will surely lead to severe, unanticipated consequences. The modulator is only effective at closing rifts from unsafe distances. Using it to close exacerbated rifts will certainly lead to the destruction of any vessel carrying it. Unfortunately, the data that we originally had hoped for from the ancient rifts detected in the far reaches of space untouched by humanity has not yielded any of its secrets. And we are now out of time. All of our recent readings suggest that we're on the verge of losing control of this rift. I recommend diverting from our current plan before it is too late for Arcadia. I've included extensive notes and annotations appended to the modulator schematics to substantiate these conclusions. I know you will guide us wisely, my dear Consul.
A data cartridge with the Rift modulator schematics.
Schematic secured.
Yes? Was there something else you needed?
Your report mentioned rifts in space where humanity has never been.
Yes?
But I thought rifts were only created by skip drives.
And you're correct. Everything that I've studied has confirmed that skip drive usage directly results in the manifestation of rifts. As for why rifts are found far away from humanity, well, I'll leave that for you to conclude on your own.
Make sure to. There must be an alien species using skips.
Your punctuality is as commendable as ever. How did you fare in securing the rift modulator?
How did modulating the modulator go? We can't secure or operate it until we control the ship, but I do have the schematics.
Yet one more hindrance to overcome in this endeavor. Nevertheless, I expect you to guard those plans closely in the interim. Did you find anything else of note?
Sorry, I was a little preoccupied with trying to stop the console and close the rift.
Appreciate your sand. You have exactly the sort of go-getter attitude I admire. Well, good news, go-getter. The consul's right there through those doors. Ready to go get him?
I have run the numbers, and should you wish to negotiate with the consul, you must be strategic. He will not react well to a direct attack on his character or methods early on.
I can talk about people losing faith in
It
leadership.
certainly may. At which point we may find the opening needed to convince him to stand down.
I might tread a mite lightly, dear. If I know the consul's type, and I do...
We'd be losing the element of surprise. So if you want to negotiate, best not muck it up.
The more we debate, the more time we squander. We must resupply and shore up whatever defenses we have quickly. And if you've something to say to any of us, Commander, I suggest you say it while you have the chance. No telling what awaits us beyond that door.
Ah, the distinguished presiding bishop herself has deigned to join us. What a charming surprise.
Don't overlook the main attraction, dear. I even wore my finest battle attire.
I might have known you'd conspire with our enemy and lead some foolhardy crusade against me. Loyalty has eluded you for years, after all. Sentinels, if you would.
Forming an alliance was necessary to combat the irrationality of your foolish endeavor. Those who fail to show reason do not deserve to lead this colony. Now, stand down.
I will not. I am saving this colony from itself and ridding it entirely of traitors and trespassers like you.
Did you also claim you're saving Sovereign when you stabbed him in the back?
Do not place his decision at my feet. I know it's difficult for the likes of you to fathom the concept of self-sacrifice, but he chose mental refreshment for the good of us all. And what am I to do but carry on his legacy? What am I to do but achieve what he could not?
You're right, he definitely didn't try to kill everyone with the space anomaly.
I'll only be killing a select number permanently. The worthy, however, will be resurrected and reformed so they may reach their full potential. Open your mind, Commander.
Oh, he's yes, crazy.
I know well who you are. In any other situation, I might be compelled to take you apart and see how precisely it is you operate, but time, it would seem, isn't on your side. You are a relic of an impotent institution, propelled forward by nothing more than luck and foolhardy metal.
Also, my breaking and entering skills, you really ought to beef up security, by the way.
Indeed. Rarely are there enough measures to keep the most tenacious of sprats from gnawing their way in. I've been following your progress closely, you know, since you so unceremoniously caused our Vox relay to crash into Westport. When you began your dealings with the Order and the Corporatists, I thought that perhaps having a chaotic element in their midst could work in our favor. But now you're here, scurrying around my ship and attempting to thwart the Protectorate yet again.
Your ship, I could have sworn I saw the Sovereign's name on it.
You think yourself clever, don't you? The Sovereign is indisposed, leaving myself as the sole custodian of Arcadia. What's his is mine. And the victory I inevitably clench over you, over anyone, will be his in turn, even if he's not here to bask in it.
I hope he's ready for disappointment I never lose.
Such bravado is unbecoming when you can't make good on your promises, Commander. Tell me, did you manage to stop us from bringing your peace talks to a swift end? As I recall, Greater Tranquility was reduced to little more than mangled ruins in a single moment.
Greater Tranquility Station was a test?
It was a modest success. I had hoped it'd hobble Auntie's choice in the Order once and for all, but it has proven to be a valuable lesson in patience. I was able to buy the time to enact the very plan before you. Though, judging from that vacant expression on your face, it would appear you've no idea what I intend. Very well.
Go ahead and enlighten me.
Once the rift destroys Arcadia, we shall edit the information stored within it and use the modulator to reshape our colony into its perfect form. Horizon Point's destruction all those years ago was a tragedy, yes, but without it, we might never have opened our eyes to our true purpose and the possibility of Arcadia's rebirth. When the matriarch discovered the first skip drive, she set us on a course to elevate humanity. We're now writing our path, and I will do my part as the architect intended.
I already know the matriarch didn't invent skip drives. Why is that relevant?
Intrepid, aren't you? Well, what's relevant is what came after. Our matriarch dissected this skip drive technology, learned its secrets, and enabled us to produce them en masse, which eventually led to the manifestation of rifts. But it was not until well after Horizon Point's untimely end that we understood the opportunity gifted us. The opportunity to reconstruct the colony in its perfect form. It is as the Grand Architect designed. And believe you me, I've no intention of letting you thwart our securing of a better future. One free of doubt and greed.
No, you think your plan's the right one, but you'll reconsider if you hear me out.
Beware, Commander. The Consul is a master manipulator. Trying to speak with him may be more dangerous than simply slaying him on the spot.
You're entirely out of your jurisdiction. And were I within reach, I would strike down this apostate dog myself. If you wish for me to entertain your argument, you will silence him.
I'd rather silence you, render judgment, arbiter, bro.
Consul Emery Thoreau, I accuse you of perfidy of the highest degree, traitorism against the sovereign and his protectorate. I find you guilty on all counts. Prepare for absolution.
You overeager fools. This is the last mistake you'll ever make.
Your curtain falls.
Check. I sense scum.
I have a fix on their weaknesses. Back is dead. No combatant on my... Take on whom exact... Torpification in progress.
Arbiter.
Error. The reconstitution has grown increasingly volatile and the Rift device has lost control capabilities. Closure of the Rift via conventional means is no longer possible. Brace for catastrophic event.
If the readouts are to be believed, the Rift is on the verge of destabilizing completely. But the Rift modulator cannot be operated from this distance. It must be flown into the Rift.
That was a rather substantial hole in my predictions. These rifts have presented an excessive supply of incalculable variables.
Though it may be troubling to you, this conclusion holds no uncertainty. Someone present must do this.
How about remote piloting ship?
This is not possible. There is no set destination we can command the ship to fly to. The flying and the activation of the modulator must be done manually.
The Order and I will use the schematics and the processed Rift data to mass-produce modulators that are usable at a distance. These pesky Rifts will soon no longer plague the colonies.
You're not going anywhere if I die. You're all taking you all with me. We'll handle this. Go now. Give humanity a chance.
Of all the damned circumstances that led us to this point, is there not some other way we might solve our current predicament?
I don't see why it has to be you, dear. I mean, I would, but I've spent much too much on prolonging my existence to cash out now. That is to say, thank you.
I will work with Auntie personally to protect the Rift technology and ensure your sacrifice is remembered for the selfless action it is.
The results of that test of leadership and character don't surprise me. And so it falls to others.
No need to belabor this. I will fly the ship. Back on Greater Tranquility, you wish to give me a chance to atone for my mistakes. I'd say that opportunity has come.
Reckon I'll join you.
You needn't suffer for De Vries' misdeeds, Marisol. But if you are set on this path, then I shall respect you all the more for it.
You'll do no such thing. I make decisions around here.
Well, I, for one, can't wait to hear your bright idea for circumventing the inevitable. Someone must take action.
I changed my mind to very compliant to the Rift after all.
Only it hadn't taken you this much precious time to see sense, Commander.
Seems about right to me.
I'll consider this long overdue justice for Horizon
By
Point.
sending me on my way to a heroic end, I'd argue that you're rewarding me. Go now, Commander. I'll see this mission to its end. The rest of the galaxy awaits you.
And so, in the end, Augustine de Vries chose to die to atone for her actions. And yet, even that hope faded in her final moments, as she realized nothing would make up for what she had done. But at least she'd not have to live with her guilt any longer. Thanks to the Commander's quick thinking in sparing it from the Vox Station's fiery crash, Paradise Island's Fairfield remained a profitable company town for Auntie's Choice. Acquisitions Officer Carr enjoyed the perks and power that came with promotion for her asset-winning techniques on Paradise Island. Her rival, D.B. Milverstreet, meanwhile, seethed as he pushed cold morsels of Borstloaf around the plate of his macrowave dinner. Auntie's Choice assumed control over the day-to-day workings of Matriarch's Mercy, the better to monitor their new colleagues in the Order. The monastery, however, returned to normal operation, tracking the clockwork of the grand plan. The monastery's abbot became a scapegoat for recent tragic events, having not detected Wiley's dastardly schemes. His superiors demoted him, mainly to show their corporatist allies that academics could keep their people in line too. Seer Wiley fled the Order and sought refuge in a backwater Arcadian town to contemplate his failings. As word of the ex-seer's arrival spread, people lined up for predictions. Forsaking the math that failed him, he offered obvious yet effective advice instead. After defending Fort Endurance against a fierce Mantisaur attack, Executive Warchek was awarded a commendation for profit-securing stalwartness, as well as promotion to regional manager. He eventually passed peacefully in his sleep at the scientifically astounding age of 6. Val continued to serve the commander of the Incognito faithfully for many more years than should be possible, giving automechs like her everywhere a reputation as stable and reliable. As a result, more Valerie units were put into service, while fewer human agents were deployed into the field. As he rose through the Earth Directorate ranks, Niles pressed for a field directive to deploy the new Val units only when the situation posed significant risk. The policy reduced agent casualties by a significant margin. Oddly enough, in-office deaths increased by a not insignificant margin. Agent Niles Ibarra achieved the rank of commander, earning renown as a formidable agent, unafraid to challenge the status quo within the Earth Directorate. He recruited his friend Zebulon Tran to the Earth Directorate, a gesture of gratitude for not airing the Directorate's dirty laundry. Together, they vowed to reform the agency from within, so it might never again bargain with authoritarian governments. Ultimately, Niles rose to the position of Secretary General. His term saw the Earth Directorate at its most popular, or, in the eyes of corporations and tyrannical governments, most feared. The commander killed Ines, and thus no one ever learned her woefully fascinating tale of corporate abuse or agonizing journey through the bodily horrors of Auntie's secret grafting program. Tristan never uncovered who actually killed the Supreme Arbiter, a failing that chipped away at his ability to arbitrate. His once promising calling eventually ended with him stripped of rank, programming menial automechanicals somewhere deep within the husk of Protectorate society. Asa finally achieved her dream of dying in a rift. All it took was a daring and blood-soaked heist of a modulator to create a rift that she then summarily leapt into. Thus Asa remained a fanatical member of the Glorious Dawn, spreading the truth of the rifts to her final agonized breath. With the modulator schematics shared as joint intellectual property, Auntie's choice and the Order's partnership remained steady, despite the need for constant compromise. For a time, the Arcadia colony thrived. Auntie Cleo went through the motions of accommodating the Order, yet privately aspired to keep free trade anything but free. She began a new initiative. Any corporation or government that refused her trade conditions was promptly dealt with, either via takeover or strategic use of rifts. Auntie made her first public appearance in years, inspiring a fashion trend in bubble helmets. In no time at all, she won more public support than Ruth, which she sought to use as leverage when the time was right. Ruth Bassar proceeded to interface with the archive, an agonizing process that clawed away her lifespan. The archive computed that she was mistaken to compromise with the corporatists. To advance the plan, she needed to destroy them from within. So she proceeded to do just that. She had only been using the corporation for its logistical infrastructure. Auntie herself and at least some of her top executives needed to cease existing in Arcadia, either via assassination or skip-drive-assisted exile. Bassar stripped the power from the corporatists in subtle ways, until it was too late for them to stop her. Yet it remained unclear how long the Order could sustain its dominance once Ruth Bassar passed on to become one with the equation. Adrift without firm leadership, Protectorate subjects struggled with post-war life. A small band of hardliners collaborated to preserve their society in the face of Arcadia's new leadership. When Sovereign Varric was discovered in mental refreshment, the Order and Auntie's Choice bickered over what to do with him. They ultimately decided to announce his death, while letting him live the rest of his addled days behind closed doors aboard the undisputed claim. Until one day, Amos stumbled upon the Sovereign's private quarters and freed him, rocking the colony with a brief scandal. Despite the recent tumultuous events in Arcadia, it was business as usual for Free Market Station. Sub Rosa continued to supply the colony in the wake of the commander's actions. Unable to die in their sacred rift after it was closed, the Glorious Dawn heeded a new calling, seeking the modulators needed to create new rifts, so that they could die in those instead. The dangerous experimental research of Marisol's contact from Point Obviation lived on, with a Seer predicted 11.9% probability of yielding a universe-ending catastrophe. Meanwhile, an entrepreneurial work group of chemistricians unveiled a new flavor of purple berry crunch. The rifts across Arcadia and beyond were soon closed. Trade quickly resumed with Auntie's choice handling logistics. Yet more than just goods and resources traveled the re-established trade routes. The Order's version of scientism spread as well. Many colonies stabilized, many thrived, and some even rose to an Arcadian level of prosperity. But there are still some that have never been heard from. All of these events turn on the decisive actions of the Earth Directorate agent and their unique way of navigating Arcadia, its disparate factions, social complexities, ubiquitous product placement, and arsenal of absurdly satisfying weaponry. But through it all, and to this day, Earth has remained inexplicably dark.
What happens now? Outer Worlds 2. Completed the game on any difficulty. Very hard. 0.34% complete the game on very hard mode. So I'm part of the 0.3%, 34%. Can I skip this? Let's skip. See what happens.
Ah, I can tell by your helmet that you sprung for the premium edition.
I can probably try a different ending now.
Stun weapon ready, Commander.
Just back there. Alright guys, that's it for me today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Wait, let me fix my camera. Peace.